Hello and welcome back to Watch Talk. As I said, I've fully cleaned this movement and time to put it back together. So I'll just oil the top cap jewels, or the cap jewel for the balance, the bottom one. So a bit of 90-10, just a drop. That's all you need. Right in the center of that. Close that up just so I don't get any contaminants in there. And I have forgotten to put my finger cots on because I definitely want finger cots on there. I've got them all ready to rock and roll. So put them on, oil that jewel, just have a little bit of a look. They the experts out there say that you should get about cover that cap jewel by about a third. So that's probably about a third. That's good enough for me. Then once you get that, then you just get the top, put it on top, flip her over, that's done. Okay, now that was the one for the balance. So we open that spring up. Have I got you in view here? Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see. Just be very careful. You don't. I'll be honest with you. This is take two for this one. I had that jewel sitting about here, just off my center, which is here, and I went to move it and I touched it with the oiler and it flung off the bench. I thought that was gone. I thought game over. Here I go. I've just stuffed it up. I'm never going to find that jewel on the ground. Man, I was on my hands and knees for about only 10 minutes. But gee, I thought, well, I am done. It was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Well, I've done lots of stupid things in my life, but it'll have to be up there with one of the ones. So just be very, very careful with those things that they just like. They don't need much encouragement and they will go. So I won't use the number 5s on that because the number 5s are that pointy that I'll fling off. I'll just stop talking for a second just to hold my breath because I don't want this to fall off on me again. Right, done. Dropped it in. Good. Close her up. Done. Yep, done. Right, whew, that is pretty nerve-wracking stuff, I must say. Always get nervous when I do that. Whoa. Now, you know what? Now that I've got that on, what I will do, if I stop fluffing around with this stupid thing, what I will do, there you go, I'll just take the balance off and I'll put it aside because I don't want to damage it. So let's get it off. You know what I might do? Yeah, I'll take it off. Well, I have to take it off anyway, but I don't know, just had a bit of a brainwave, but there we go. Just put it on there. Don't get lazy. Just use it just to pry it off. Just pop it off. Whoa. You don't want to mess that up. Otherwise you are done. All right. careful. This is, I mean, okay. Save the day. Just chuck it in there with the screw. Put it along. I think I'm still frazzled from dropping that that capsule on the ground, and you know. And I'll tell you the other thing that I stuffed up on as well when I get to it. You know, I always say you got to be delicate and you got to be careful, but you know what? We're all human, and gee whiz, I nearly had a cardiac arrest. Well, I'll tell you what I did when I put all the parts in the it's not a big deal, but when I put all the parts in the watch cleaner, I was careful, sealed all the packets, put it all away. You know, then when I cleaned it all, popped it out, I couldn't find the click spring. I thought, oh, are you kidding me? Here, where's the click spring? It must have fallen through the holes of my little. I've got these little cleaning baskets. I'll just pull one out to show you what they look like. This is going to be a long video getting this back together. All right, just these little baskets here. Put the click spring and all the, you know, I put all the parts in there, and the click spring must have come out of that hole. Now, these holes are very, very small. It must have come out of there because I was really careful when I took them out, and couldn't find the click spring. I said, oh, that's it, I'm done. But I was lucky I found it in the big basket. This is the basket that I've got that goes into the cleaning machine. L&H, L&R, sorry, cleaning machine, L&R cleaning machine, and found it in the bottom of there. Gee, I was so lucky. So I've been lucky twice. So, wow. All right. So what we do? Shall we put on the bottom jewel? Oil and put on the bottom jewel. Why not? Let's do that. Now that I'm a little bit frazzled, I'll just do it. Just be very careful. Where are they? There they are. Just ever so slightly. Just give a little bit of a tap. There you go. These little brass baskets are awesome. Tell you what, they didn't look like this one I got these second hand, right? And they were so tarnished, but they've come really, really good. Now, I'll just fluff around here and get this basket back together. I've got you in the camera view. You can see the jewel there. Now these jewels, I should actually measure them. I've got a small enough micrometer that I can measure them. I reckon they would be. Well, somebody can probably leave a comment below and tell me how small they are. But I'll tell you what, there's not much in them. It'd be from end to end. From end to end, I reckon they're probably about half a mil. No, probably a mil. All right, I'm going to give this one more go, and then I'm going to stop fluffing around with this and just get on with it, because this is going to be a 4-hour video. All right, last time. All right, that's it, done. Okay, now again, make sure you got these capsules the right way around. Like that. Get your oil, which is 90-10. Beautiful. Check that, yep. Just found the blue oiler just seemed to get a bit more oil on there. The red and black oiler, which are the small ones, didn't get stuff all on it, and it was just not working. So that one there, and then you get this, turn it around. Make sure you don't lose that either. Put the cap on the oil, put that away, then you put it on top. Whoops. Made a mess of that or what? No, that's okay. Good to go. Right. I just get so nervous doing that. It just gives me I'll say it again, the heebie-jeebies, man. Just makes me so nervous. Now let's just put him out of the way. so I don't lose them. Now, open her up. Just be careful we don't. These number 5 tweezers are really good for this sort of work. They're really, really fine. Hear my daughter and a friend in there running amok. Typical teenagers. Typical teenagers. Right. Now just close that off. Okay. Whoops, just flung open. I don't want it to fling open. That's in. What did that one give me such a hard time for, man? Right, that's in. Wow, that's it. That's really, let me just double check. It really just makes me nervous, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, now finger cuts on. Right, now another thing that I did off camera because I've never done this before, so I didn't want to do it on camera because I was scared I was going to stuff it up and I didn't want to waste press time. Now, took out that mainspring, put it through the cleaner, use my mainspring winders. I've got some really, I'll just zoom out. I've got some really nice, where are we? There we are. I'll just move that out of the way. Use my Bergeron mainspring winders, and they worked a real treat, but you know, it takes a little while to get used to. I've never used these before. Well, no, I've used these once before and I broke the mainspring because I didn't know what I was doing. So, and not that I had more idea what I was doing this time, but use that. Great piece of kit, bloody expensive as well, I'll tell you, far out. But you know, I've got some other ones in there, some other mainspring winders in there, just, you know, relatively cheap ones, but these are the ones to have. They worked a real treat, I must say. They did. I mean, I think it's like anything with this hobby. Everything's got a technique, you know. The more you do it, the better you get, I suppose. So let me just zoom you in. All right, we'll get the mainspring barrel. Okay, just grab the arbor and the top. Okay. Now I'll get a bit of oil on that, a bit of D5 on that, on the arbor. Bit of there. Bit there. Maybe give a little bit more, eh? Nah, no, just half a dab more. Half a dab more, just for good measure. All right. Now you make sure you get him in the right way, and that goes in like that. Let me just take her out again and have a look at there where the where's the little knob on it? There it is. There you go. And for this one here, I reckon I should grab one of my stakes. Not stakes, what do you call them again? Blocks. Get it on the block because that arbor needs to go through that hole. Just choose a hole. Choose any hole, they're all winners. There you go. Yep, it's grabbed. You can tell that it's grabbed because when you turn the arbor, you can feel it's grabbing onto that whoop, whoop, whoop. Yep. Lovely. Then there's probably a bit of oil on there. Now the oil I used for the mainspring is some grease. Some, can you see that? Maybe it's 8200. Don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's a mainspring grease. Make sure we put that on the right way. Sit that on there. And then I'll grab my little nifty mainspring tool. Oh, these finger cuts on this hand are giving me the absolute, I won't say the word, but anyway. That's that. This little nifty $10 tool. All right. Grab that. Now, make sure she's in the middle. Top's on. She's in the middle. She's in the middle, yep. Put the cap on. Push her on, hear a click. All right, that went click. Inspect our work. Lovely. Lovely. Get into that. Just, I mean, I know you can do it using a couple of pairs of tweezers. That's great. You know, I've done it before using the tweezers. Works fine. It's just, if someone can invent a tool that can, you know, make our life easier, make us lazy, I don't know, whichever way you want to view it, then let's use it. Alright, that's that done. So that's the mainspring barrel done. Let me just give it one more check-a-rooney. Yep, okay, that's done. Alright, now, bring her in. How long have I spent on this? 18 minutes, okay, that's all right. Now, I know this has been through my watch cleaner, and watch cleaner, like I said, it's an L&R watch cleaner, nice watch cleaner, old one, but nevertheless does a great job. And the chemicals I use, I was going to get the L&R chemicals, but they didn't have any, so the ones they sold me were Zenith, and I don't know any different because like I said, I don't know, but the Zenith ones, they work great. They work absolutely great. They do a good job. Right, now that one goes on this way. Now I know you're probably thinking, what are these two marks here? They are not, it just won't come off. I saw them before I put them in the cleaner. I tried to give them a bit of a scratch. I'll give it a bit of a scratch with the with this end here, but I'm pretty sure the other didn't come off. All right, there you go. All right, that sits on there. Now, okay. I'm just thinking right now, put the center wheel on. And we might just put a little bit of oil on that as well, a little bit of D5, just on the arbor there. Just a little bit in this. Oh, anyway, a little bit of D5 right in the center there. There we go. That'll do. That's okay. All right, now let's put on some train gears, right? Yep. Now which one's that? That's the one there. That's the third wheel. So let me just get some out here. No, I won't move it out of the way. That's the second wheel, third wheel, fourth wheel, and escape wheel. Got them out. Now, second wheel, just put a bit of oil on that, a little bit of 90-10, and just a dab on there. Okay, that's that there, and just give it a bit of a turn because the mainspring barrel turns that. Okay, that's on fine. I probably shouldn't have taken all those other train gears out because I don't want them damaged. Put them back in. All right, so I got that on. Next we will put on I think we'll put on that. There's a bridge, the center wall bridge. And this is the first time I've done this movement, so, you know, I'm just going to take my time just to make sure I don't repeat myself. Not repeat myself as in talk, but having to redo things again. Okay, let's have a look at this. I probably should have paid more attention how I took this off, right? And that's wrong. I can see it straight away. It's wrong because nothing lines up. And it's really good how they make these. So they make these so it only goes on one way. Otherwise, that one there would have gone on wrong. Okay, let's make sure that's in its little home. Yep. And like I said before, don't force anything. Just put it on there. Just a little bit of pegwood. Just or your what's his name, a little bit of pegwood or your tweezers, and just be very careful. Just put a little bit of pressure on it just to see if it's okay, but don't force it, because you force it, you're gonna be sorry. Gonna be really sorry. All right. All right, let's put that one in. Oopsie daisy. Put this one in. Before I drive them home, just give it a bit of a twirly whirly. It seems to do all right. Drive that home. You know, I suspect, to be honest, I reckon that this was, this movement was serviced, I won't say recently, but not that long ago, because let's get some, just get some 90-10 on that. Like I said, I suspect it was serviced recently, because she wasn't that dirty, considering the doll was. She's just too clean for a 60s watch. That I reckon this is a 50s or a 60s watch. I just reckon she's just too clean. Just too clean. Right, let's check those. All right, as you can hear my daughter running amok. That's that one there. Now we'll probably put on the, I'm sorry, I'm going to probably sound a bit dopey, but because I haven't done this before, this is all first time. I didn't even watch the video of the first round, so I'm just trying to remember if I need to put stuff on before I put this on. Just trying to think before I double handle. Okay, I think that's right. I think there's nothing else goes under there. Yeah, I think that's right. But I'll soon find out because, you know, if I've stuffed it, if I get it wrong, I'll just have to put it apart and do it again. And practice makes perfect, so nothing, not a big deal. Just a waste of my time. So, oh man, come on. So you've got to talk to these things because you need a bit of encouragement sometimes. Oh, come on. She got the shakes. Oh, got the shakes. Did you see that? I've got the shakes. Would I rather it fall on the bench, fall on the floor? And you just probably just saw me swapping hands and saying, what's this crazy guy doing? He's screwing with the left and screwing with the right. I discussed it in one of my previous videos that I am ambidextrous. Can be a benefit, can be a curse, but it is what it is. I suppose when I want to get into tight places, I can just swap over. Anyway, enough about that. Always continue to check. Always continue to check. Okay, I think that's in okay. Now I do remember on the Salita movement, I put in the ratchet wheel before I put in the crown wheel, and I thought, oh gee, I did it the wrong way. So what I would do this time is I would do it the other way. I'll put on the wrong box. I'll put on the crown wheel first, then I'll put on the ratchet wheel. But before I do that, I will. Are you getting? Yeah, you're getting this. Good. Is it still taping? It's still taping. All right, I'll just oil this and then I'll cut to a break and put a D5 on that little post there, and we'll put a little bit of D5 on there as well. Okay, close her up, and then we'll. Now this is where that little bushing goes on. Remember that little bushing? We didn't want to lose it, which we didn't, did we? No, it's there. Get the crown wheel out, get the bushing out, and get the little screw out. Okay, all right, so that bushing, just want to turn it over and just make sure it hasn't got two sides to it. It sort of has, hasn't it? We'll put the flat side down. That's that. Bit of oil on there, from there, clean. But just make sure every now and again, clean the tools. Clean the tips of your tools in some Rodico or some pithwood. Always good practice. Just to get all the oil and the debris, and you know, you pick up a bit of crud here and there. Right, so I got that on there, and then I'll put another little dab of oil on the other side of that. A bit of D5 again. Yep, and I just put some D5 on top of that, so I'll clean that up in a second. Right, now just make sure this is, goes on the right way. Done. I'll clean that off now because otherwise it'll end up under that screw. Whoops. There you go. Grab that. Now remember, like I said before, this is a left-hand thread. So left-hand thread means when you do it up, it's left. That's a big one. That's 3 mil. That's massive. What about 2.5? That's better. Left to do it up. Okay. That's tight enough. Give it a bit of a check. Good. Okay. Right. I'll end the video there. I will just want to keep these videos probably around about the half an hour mark. That way people can go for, you know, toilet break or a coffee break or go to bed. So thank you very much for watching. If you like it, give us the thumbs up. Leave some comments if you want. Subscribe, and I will be back to continue the reassembly of this this movement. Thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.